Lady Arlington stood there for a couple of seconds, a look of utter shock on her face, before quickly composing herself and extending her hand for me to shake.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just been a very stressful day for me. I had an important phone call this morning and meetings this afternoon and...
She trailed off once more as she gazed at me, seeming to lose herself in her thoughts for a second, before quickly shaking her head and trying to offer me what I assumed was an attempt at a warm smile.
In any case, welcome to Arlington Academy, my dear. It's of course an immense pleasure to have you here as part of our student body, and let me assure you, you won't be regretting the decision of joining us. Now, I'd love to stay and chat, but there's still a lot to do, and I really must get going. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure's all mine, Lady Arlington. She picked up the files that she had dropped to the floor and walked off in the other direction. Okay, that was odd. Never mind that, Rose. You're here. You've made it. Just focus on getting these bags to your dorm. My dorm. It still feels weird to say that. Like this is all just a dream. Like I'm gonna wake up any second now in my bed, still at home, waiting to see if I got accepted into the most prestigious school in the United States. It's definitely a high-end room, but I still can't believe how simple and homey looking it is. I was expecting golden handles and hand-carved wood. And to think I was actually worried.
Worried about what?
I jumped, startled by the sudden sound, and quickly swiveled around to see a girl with long red hair walking into my room. Gah! You scared me!
Bit of a scaredy cat, aren't ya?
I'm sorry, who are you?
Excuse me. I'm Carolina Novikova, the greatest up-and-coming model of the year. Not to mention the hottest student on campus.
She certainly was pretty. Her gaze seemed to survey me as she looked me up and down. I got the sudden urge to cover myself.
And you are?
Oh, my name is Rose.
New student, huh?
How did you know?
Please, everybody in the school already knows me. Besides, you look like you have no clue what you're doing.
That last bit wasn't completely wrong. Well, it's nice to meet you, Carolina. I am assuming those bags in the hallway are yours. Is your dorm the one next door?
Yes, and that's why I'm here. I do not tolerate shitty neighbors. The last one we had blasted his heavy metal up until 1 in the morning every Thursday.
That must not have been too fun.
Once I was done with him, he regretted it. A lot.
Her glare intimidated me more than I'd like to admit. Whoa, okay, look, I promise I'm really not going to... She held up a finger, stopping me mid-sentence, and I watched as she pulled out a phone and gasped.
Oh God, look at the time!
Her mood had changed almost instantly.
I really should be going now. Things to do and hearts to break, you know. Oh, and if you happen to see a girl with short brown hair who goes by the name Neha, tell her I'm looking for her.
With a flip of her hair, she turned and walked out of the room, a sway in her hips that was hard to miss but could still pass as natural. I'm gonna end up with a huge headache today. All that aside, I should go and explore this place while I can. Don't want to get myself lost in the hallways when school starts tomorrow. Just as I entered the main hallway, I collided headfirst with warm mass, instinctively reaching out and grabbing it to steady myself. A mass with green eyes, blonde hair, and really muscular arms.
Hey!
An embarrassing squeak left my mouth as I quickly let go of him and took a step back. Sorry.
Don't worry. I was a bit lost in thought. Are you the new kid?
Yeah, I'm Rose. Sorry about almost throwing us both to the ground.
Again, no worries. I'm as sturdy as I look. My name's Allistar.
Nice to meet you, Al.
Allistar!
I turned to see a tall, lean boy with dark black hair walking briskly towards us.
Hey man, I've been looking for you. There's still a ton of stuff to do before this afternoon, so we should really get going. Oh.
He stopped speaking upon noticing my presence.
And you are?
Hi, I'm Rose. I extended my hand for him to shake.
Tadashi Nakano, Student Council President and a member of the Business, Commerce, and Politics Department. Pleasure to meet you.
His handshake was solid and confident. The pleasure's all mine. I was just looking around trying to familiarize myself with the layout of this place, but I completely forgot how huge it was.
Well, don't let us stop you. Allistar and I need to take care of some stuff anyway.
What? I was on my way to the gym.
What are you talking about, man? I told you this yesterday. You can go to the gym after we're done.
Oh, that throw off my whole schedule. Why don't you go start on that on your own, and I'll catch up with you after my morning workout.
Whoa, is every room in this place incredibly huge? With it being such a huge cafeteria, there was nobody in it apart from myself and a few workers that were behind the counter. And a girl with short brown hair who was messing with her blouse. Wait, maybe that's the girl Carolina was looking for. I quickly approached her.
Oh no, you have got to be kidding me.
She's too busy dealing with that stain on her shirt to notice me. Excuse me?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just... I just spilled coffee all over my shirt. I can't...
She sighed, dropping her hands from their incessant scrubbing against the fabric.
It's no use. It's ruined.
She looked pretty shaken up. Why don't you try washing it with baking soda?
That might actually work now that you mention it.
It always does the job for me.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
In any case, I'm Neha. And you? I don't think I've met you before.
Rose, I'm new here. Actually, I ran into a girl called Carolina who was looking for someone with your description. Do you know her?
Wait, what? Carolina's looking for me? Why didn't you just start with that?
She began to quickly clean up the remnants of her breakfast and stood up to throw them out.
Has it been long since you spoke to her? Did she say what she wanted? Is it about this afternoon?
Not that long ago, and no, she didn't say what she... The words hadn't fully left my mouth before she was dashing out of the cafeteria. Wanted from you? Nice to meet you, too. A boy with short red hair was sitting at one of the desks, working on his laptop. He didn't hear me come in.
Let's hope this works this time.
He was mumbling and furiously typing on his keyboard, his eyes red and eyebrows knitted together. After a few seconds of going over the contents of the screen, he pressed the enter key, an anxious look on his face.
Come on, work with me.
I was barely able to catch a glimpse of movement on his laptop. Something I couldn't quite decipher changed on the screen, and the boy jumped, letting out a tiny cry of victory.
Yes! Now he owes me big time.
I felt like I was intruding and turned my heels to leave the classroom when the boy noticed me and cleared his throat.
Can I help you?
His face reddened slightly, and I figured he had not expected anybody to catch him in his moment of glory. Ugh, way to be a creep, Rose. No, I was just looking around the school. I'm Rose. I quickly moved forward and offered my hand to shake.
Tegan. I'm from the Pure and Applied Science Department.
He shook my hand. I glanced at the screen of his laptop, my curiosity getting the best of me. What are you working on, if you don't mind me asking? His eyes widened slightly and he quickly minimized his window and replaced it with a generic spreadsheet.
It's just some schoolwork, which I really should get back to. I need to finish this before noon.
Oh. I nodded, focusing my gaze on the floor. Are Are you wearing mismatched socks?
Yeah, I have another pair just like it.
I burst out laughing, causing Tegan to jump slightly and look up from his laptop. I'm sorry. It took me a moment to get that. But good one. I smiled.
Thanks.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that not a lot of people get that joke. Well, it was nice meeting you, Tegan. I should get going now.
Yeah, you too.
Heads up.
I looked up to see a dark-skinned girl kicking a soccer ball straight at me. Moving as if on auto mode, I took a step back and then used my leg to kick it as hard as I could back to its owner.
Nice. You got a good kick there. You play?
Not really.
You should give it a try then. I mean, if you play as good as you kick.
You think so?
Totally. Name's Raquel, and as you might have noticed, football's what I live for.
Rose, athletics department then?
The one and only. Which reminds me, I don't have a lot of time to practice today. Something important I have to do this afternoon, so I really should get going. See ya, kid.
She walked away without waiting for a reply, soccer ball tucked under her arm. Kid? Everybody here seems to have things to do later today. I wonder if there's something I don't know about. Anyway, I should go back to exploring the school. A loud clunking noise immediately drew my attention to one of the corners of the room, where a girl stood sorting through what appeared to be scraps of metal. She stopped upon noticing me.
Hi! I don't think I've seen you around before. Are you new?
Yeah, I just got here. I'm Rose.
Nice to meet you, Rose. I'm Ellie Collins, president of the Robotics Club, and your resident mad genius.
Robots. So you're in the Pure and Applied Science department?
Yep. I know having two science departments can be a bit confusing, but you'll get the hang of it. In any case, I really should get back to finishing this, but you're welcome to stick around and watch if you want.
I stayed around for a while longer watching Ellie transform the scraps of metal into some sort of contraption that I honestly could not make head or tails out of. So, any advice for a newbie like me? She giggled.
Well, aside for its prestige, massive funding, and crazy amounts of pretentiousness, Arlington Academy is like any other school out there, you know? Be yourself. Don't let people intimidate you. And if you break any rules, don't get caught. Oh, and watch out for Coach Davis's gym classes. He's crazy.
Thanks for the advice.
You're welcome.
I've got to get going. I'm going to explore this place a little more before classes. Nice to meet you, Ellie.
Likewise.
Holy... This place has to have every type of plant there is in the world!
Only about 100 of them, actually.
I turned around to see a girl with long blonde hair kneeling in front of one of the large rectangular pots. Oh, hi! I didn't think there was anyone else in here.
It's okay. It's easy for me to pass unnoticed.
Oh, come on. I doubt that.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
Well, I'm kinda new here and I was just looking around the place. Sorry if I interrupted you or anything. I'm Rose, by the way.
It's alright. I was just looking through the school's medical herbs. Pleased to meet you, Rose. I'm Claire.
A small ringing sound suddenly came from one of Claire's pockets, startling us both. She took out her phone and looked at her screen before shutting the alarm off.
Oh my, it's almost time. I have to go now, but it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. She stood up to dust herself off and then left the garden with a small wave in my direction.
Hey, Rose!
Tadashi? What?
How long have you been wandering through these halls? Why haven't you taken your student ID picture at the gymnasium yet?
My what?
No one told you. Of course.
He sighed, pinching the bridge of his nose between his fingers.
I swear, sometimes I wonder how this school hasn't gone up in flames yet.
Tadashi?
Right. You're supposed to be at the gym taking your student picture right now. So run to your room, put on your uniform, then run to the gymnasium to take your picture. Otherwise it's gonna end up more paperwork for me.
Wait, I have to take a picture? Now?
Yes.
But...
You don't understand, do you? You're an Arlington student now.
But...
Your file, your skills, and competence, all of these represent Arlington's Academy from now on. The administration is going to advertise all of those things to help you succeed. That file will be used by the top people of your field. We are talking world-class masters, universities, and companies. It will be the cornerstone of your reputation as someone who represents Arlington Academy and all that it stands for. It will be compared to others. It will show your official ranking, your strengths and your weaknesses, as well as your academic and professional history. It is a comprehensive guide on who you are.
Oh my god. Tadashi, what do you mean by ranking?
And of course, nobody told you this either. I swear to God, the senior students in charge of showing you around should really step up their game. I can't keep picking up after their shit.
Tadashi, I don't mean to interrupt, but...
Oh, sorry. I'm just a little stressed out. Well, you see, at the end of each school year, Arlington Academy gives every student a ranking. This ranking is essential to your position as a student relative to everyone else. They take into account your grades, your extracurricular activities, your professional work, your skills, the awards you've gotten, and all that jazz. If you make it to the top 50, you are in the bronze tier. If you make it to the top 20, you're in silver tier. And if you make it to the top 10, you've reached gold tier. All students aim to reach at least the top 50, as it automatically places you as higher than average. However, to keep your scholarship, you will need to make it to the top 20, Rose.
What? I knew I had to work hard to keep my scholarship, but how in the world will I be able to compete with the top 20 best students in the entire country?
Being gold tier is one of the highest achievements possible here. You will get recruitment offers from many universities and businesses trying to get you in their inner circle. Celebrities and established professionals will want to mentor you. It's an elite status granted to only the best of the best.
Tadashi, if you don't mind me asking, what rank are you?
You can see for yourself by checking my school file. I'm number 1.
Are you kidding me? He says this so nonchalantly too. Wait, what do you mean I can check your school file? Isn't it private?
Oh no, every student and faculty member will have access to your account for reference purposes. So you better make it good.
Reference purposes? What does that even mean? Oh god, this is too much.
You can't screw around with this, Rose. Your file isn't merely a file. It's an integral part of your time here at the Academy. But to build your file, they need your picture.
Something about this made me extremely anxious. Everything at Arlington is so meticulously planned. So serious.
Now hurry up and go.
He turned around and left without giving me a chance to ask him anything else. Oh god. I've spent the whole day moving boxes and running around, and now I'm supposed to take a picture? And that picture is going to be seen by the entire school, along with nearly every single piece of information about me. God, I need a nap to process all of this. I took a glance at myself in the mirror and groaned. It'll have to do.
Well, look who it is.
Carolina gives me a teasing look.
Oh, hi Rose.
Looks like they found each other in the end. I noticed the stain on Niha's shirt had completely disappeared. Neha looked back at me and gave me a small smile.
It worked. Thank you.
Her voice was very soft, as if she didn't want Carolina to hear her. You guys haven't taken your picture either?
We were...
Next.
Are you kidding me? I was too busy taking care of my room. It's still nowhere near done, but I needed time to get ready anyway.
She flipped her hair and gestured to herself with a flick of her hand.
It takes time to look this fabulous, you know. Not as much as other people, though, of course.
And you, Neha?
I was helping Carolina redecorate.
Her monotonous response struck me as odd, but she was smiling at me, so I didn't think much of it. It took a couple of minutes for the guy to take our picture, and before long, Neha was inviting me to come help them redecorate Carolina's room. Carolina didn't complain, and I think she was glad for the extra set of hands. In the end, I had a lot of fun, even if I did end up with glue and pieces of wallpaper shoved into unimaginable areas. When I got back to my dorm, I realized how exhausted I was. All I wanted was to go to bed. This really wasn't what I was expecting for my first day here. The amount of information was overwhelming, and the students just seem like they're from a completely different world. And the school's ranking system. I can't believe I have to make it into the top 20 to stay. It's going to be hard. I'm going to have to put in many hours of work per week. No time to fool around. I might not have time to make friends either. The thought made me somewhat sad. But can I really go through the rest of my high school days like this? Slaving away to make it into the silver tier? I should get some rest. Classes start tomorrow and I need to be ready for them if I am to make it high into the rankings. I took off my uniform and slipped into my pajamas, not even bothering to finish unpacking all of my bags. I yawned as I drew the covers over my body and rested my head on my pillow. For some reason, I couldn't help but feel that I was forgetting something. Something important. But I was too tired to think. I'll figure it out in the morning. I woke up suddenly as the sun touched my face. Oh my gosh, what time is it? I reached for my phone and my heart nearly stopped when I saw the time. Oh no, classes had started 5 minutes ago. I jumped out of bed and rushed to put on my uniform. I can't freaking believe this!
You got a good kick there. Yeah, totally. Totally. That sucked. Nagito Kamaida, I am frickin' bored. God, totally is so hard to pronounce. It's either totally or totally. And honestly, I'm American. That's kinda hard to do.